Hello beautiful people, let's talk about the balance castle changes. I haven't recorded this video yet because I was kind of busy, but finally today I have time, so we can discuss all the changes that came in February. So starting with the power increase, so first we have Turkey, and Turkey right now it's at 6 points of power, as you can see. So basically I think this is a very good move, and maybe we will see this a card being played more often, but so far, to be honest with you, like the half of the season is already on, and I haven't seen this card too often. Elias, also, I would say pretty forgotten card. It's not a big boost to this card. Maybe if it was at 8 points of provision, we could see this card more often, but actually, even right now at 7 points of power and 9 points of provision, this card is still invisible. Brehen, the card that was already played, it's just stronger, so I don't see. I wouldn't say this is good change, because basically this card was always in the harmony decks anyway as a tool punish option. So right now it's only like a buff to this archetype, but it was really unnecessary. Milva. Maybe it's a change for better, I would say, because movement has some kind of, unfortunately, incapabilities, and maybe it will make this archetype stronger, and I would say that this card is more present regarding this season. Sarah, a very good change. Finally, it's at 5 points of power, so it's not that easily removed. Nausicaa, this is every month's story. Maxi, kind of awkward change for me. I don't know why, because they are like this community of fans of Maxi, and these are also the guys that are not using this card quite often. I'm not a fan of this card, to be honest with you. Like I play this card rarely. I prefer to have some thinner option regarding the deck than Maxi. I know it has a place in the game, but to be honest with you, surprisingly, I don't see this card being played more often than it was before in the past, so I don't think this has like a huge impact on the game. Magpie. This is a strong change. I think a Magpie will be played more often for certain archetypes. I think this is a change for a good, because this card was completely forgotten, and actually at 4 points of power it wasn't offering that much. So I would say this is definitely a card that is improving Syndicate. Ghoul, also a big change, because right now Ghoul it's I would say amazing. Usually what the guys were doing, they were playing one of these I think this is a succubus, as far as I remember, that you can summon a card for you and also for the opponent, but actually this one is more convenient, because basically you're focusing only on the graveyard of yours. You don't care about what the opponent is playing, and definitely this is a strong buff to monsters. Seagulls, I think this is the winner of the season, definitely the strongest buff out of all. It's a huge change from 1 point to 2 points. So basically this card, for only 4 points of provision, it plays for 11 points altogether, which is absolutely insane, and this is the strongest bronze card in the game right now, and most probably it will be changed in March. Renfrey, I really don't understand why this card is being nerfed so often, and I don't think this is the whole idea that should go behind this. That basically, like from a card that is being played in every deck to a card that is completely unpresent right now in the game. Because to be honest with you, this season I haven't even played once against a Renfrey deck. Melitele, also I don't think this is wise to nerf Melitele. I would say the problem is on the side of the traveling priestess, and they should go to 5 points of provision, and that would be more, I would say, reasonable. And Melitele, actually it's not an issue. Then we have Angus. Angus at 5, it only has an effect and an impact if you play Angus with haste, but if you play only one copy of Angus, basically it's meaningless. Then we have Reinhardt. So basically this is not a nerf, this is a buff. I don't know what to think about it, because this archetype of Tuswan Hospitality, it's still strong, so I would say like giving this archetype additional buff, I don't think this is the way it should go. Living Armor, this is only a filler, so I'm okay with this one. Lord Riptide. I also agree with this change because at 10 it was ridiculously strong, and anyway this is a very strong card. If you have this card as an opener, or you can also use it as a engine removal, so it has at least 2 options. A very strong card. I think this is the, and it should basically remain at these conditions right now. Iris and also Iris von Everett, both of them, they got nerfed this season. It was quite present in the game, but I don't think it was a problem to such an extent that you need to nerf both of these cards. Berengar, it's like going from left to right. At some point, the community decided that the Witchers are too weak, and right now, basically, we have the situation in which you need to nerf Witchers because they became too strong. So, I don't think this is the right thing to do, to go from left to right. It should be, there should be like some kind of a strategy standing behind all of the changes, and this is regarding the card. It's pretty random, so that's not the way it should be. Rent-free gangs, I don't agree with this change also. Demon Smuggler, I don't know what to think about it. Actually, for me, 4 and 6 was pretty okay. I know it was creating some kind of a sick idea that basically at some point the demon was all over the game. It's hard to tell. You know, right now, as you can see in this season, this card is completely forgotten. But like, you know, last season it was like all over the game. So it's like one of this card which is very difficult to be balanced. Then we have increased provision. Good change, especially that you can use this archetype to play mages, alumni, cards like this, and also I think this is a pretty good leader ability. And right now we can see definitely more shield wall decks in the game. Ale, I think this is too huge change. It should be at 13 and it was perfect. 14, it's basically killing this card to such an extent that it's not that visible anymore. Trees, it's the same situation that goes with Renfrey. I don't see a point of nerfing this card. It's only being played in certain decks, and I don't think this is such a problem. Artedo, definitely a good change because it was too cheap. Golden Necker, this change is completely for me like I don't understand at all. At 11, it was already very expensive, and basically some of the guys, they just don't like Golden Necker decks. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of Golden Necker decks, but I mean 11 was too expensive, and right now at 12, first of all, this is a random tutor, and basically you don't have an impact on the cards that you are summoning, so sometimes it can be either very good or bad, depending on the deck that you created. But I would say 12 is definitely too much. Young Calvate, I would say 6 points of power and 11 points of provision. For me it would be perfect. Right now it's too expensive for 12, but also the power right now it's too high, so maybe it's okay, I don't know. Iris von Everett, I don't agree with this change, just like I mentioned before. Scoiatael, so we buffed this card only in order to give a nerf, I think 2 seasons later, so completely unnecessary change. Shady Vendor, this is a mistake. 6 points, where this card at 5 points of provision was completely random. Right now, giving this card 6 points of provision, it's like you're making this card vanish from the game, so I don't agree with this change at all. For me, 5, it's like complete maximum, in a way that this card is playable, because I don't consider this card as a very good one, even if some guys, they think about open sesames and so on, but I don't consider this card as a very good one. It's super average. Slave Driver, very good change because this is a 6 provision card. Then the decreases, so this one definitely I agree. Grand Inquisitor Habit, definitely I agree because it should be at 9 points of provision long time ago. As you can see, still Fire Sworn is not a meta deck. So even if this deck received 1 point of provision, it's still not enough to be like competitive on a high level. I mean, I'm lucky because whenever I play Fire Sworn, I manage to win, but only most probably because I really like this archetype, and I play with this archetype quite often because this is like one of my favorite ones. But I would definitely not say that this is something like this is a game changer. Avalach, a very good change. I like when the tutors, they are getting cheaper, because then we can play more golds in the deck. So definitely I agree with this one. That's when Tongue. Also I agree with this change. Although the problem with Nilfgaard is that already the thinning in Nilfgaard is the best in the game, and right now we are giving this faction once again a card that it's making this deck these decks even better. So this is a very strong buff for Nilfgaard, and I also use this card obviously right now because this is very cheap. For only 6 points of provision, you're getting rid of 2 unnecessary cards from your deck, so this is absolutely amazing. So I don't know where it's gonna go, but I think that if we're gonna go this direction sooner or later, once again, Nilfgaard will be unbeatable. Offering of the Sea, completely forgotten card, so very good change. Redanian Secret Service, finally it's at this place where it should be. So 6 and 1, and that's where it should stay, because this is the perfect combination, and 7 was just ridiculous. Open Sesame, also I agree with this change. It's not that good that basically it's gonna be like a game changer if it's gonna be at 6 and then it's okay. No, it's not okay because you're killing this card. It should be at 5, and that's exactly where it should stay. Highland Warlord, this is obviously every month story. Vrihed, this is a very huge buff for movement, so not only Milva but also Vrihed Brigade, and this is a very good card because, as you can see, damage enemy unit whenever moved, additionally 2 points of damages. So this card can create absolutely crazy value. I know the only disadvantage of this is that this is random, but still it creates such a huge amount of points that definitely in every movement deck this card should be included. And Skirmisher, a change for a really good value, finally at 4 points of provision. Actually the discard package is very weak in Skellige, so definitely needed a buff. So this one I agree completely with this, and let's hope it will stay this way, and it will not be changed next season for Wars. So these are all the changes, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time and support. Please like, subscribe, and comment, guys. In the next video, and the last announcement, guys, please go to the nearest shelter and adopt the dog. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.